Welcome to another episode of Nimsoli Explains with me, your host, Nimsoli. In this episode, I'm going to show you how to create a macro and a few details about it. But before we get into that, please like and subscribe to the channel and ring the bell so that you get notified of new content. And if you like what I'm doing, share it with a friend. And if you got something to let me know about what I'm doing, leave a comment. I'm really interested in hearing what you have to say. And now, let's get into macros. We will begin by creating a simple initiative macro to show you how macros work. The first thing we will do in order to create a macro is to go over to the Collections tab on the right side of the screen, and you will see the macros area over here. Click Add to create your new macro, and then we'll give it a name. Now, the macro tab simply takes typed commands and executes them automatically, and can take more than one command at a time. In this case, we are going to make an initiative roll, but first I want to show you how to roll a d20. So just type /roll 1d20, and then we're going to switch over here to the chat tab so that we can see the output when we test it. As you can see here, there's a 12. That's what we rolled. That's the outcome of the die. Now in this particular case, we've got a slightly more complicated macro already in my copy and paste buffer. So let me show you that real quick. So you see here, we've got this basic roll 1d20. We've added a modifier here that says use the Runa character sheet, and there is a stat, which we'll go over later, called an initiative bonus. This is then added to the die roll, and then if you see here, this will add the selected token to the tracker. So in order for the macro to work properly, you must first select the token just like you do normally when you roll initiative. So let's go ahead and paste this command in, save me from having to type it, and then we will test the macro just to make sure it works. As you can see here, it says you wanted to send the macro to the token, to the initiative, but there was no token selected. So let's click on a token and then hit test macro. You can see here now, if we go over here to the initiative tracker, we'll see Runa has a 14 assigned. If we want to remove the turn, you just click on the gearbox, hit remove turn, clear, and then you can do it again, and it will add her to the initiative tracker. Now, if you see this as a token action, this is a nice ability. You can click on that, and then when you click on the and save it, there'll be a button up here that you can click on. You can also only allow certain players to see the macro, which is kind of nice. Let's go ahead and save the changes. We will then click on there, and you'll see that it does indeed show here. And when we click on it, it updates the initiative tracker. Finally, one more thing you can do with a macro is you can click on the macros in the bar. Now, it will automatically tell you that it will turn on the macro quick bar. And you can see down here is the macro quick bar, where you can also click on it and create an initiative. And as you can see, there's the outcome there as of 15. I hope you liked what I showed you and that it will help you in your next game. Please let me know what you think about it in the comments below. And until next time, this is Nimsoli saying good gaming.